everyone, it's Dianne at Minerva. I hope you're all doing really well this week. And today I'm excited to share with you another one of our Minerva Exclusive Patterns. It's the Iris Cardigan. So it's this one. It's a knee-length cardigan with a comfortable fit and side slits. So this is going to be a really wonderful addition to your wardrobe. Now, all of our Minerva patterns come in two size ranges. So we have the Mrs. size range, which is from a 29 to a 42 inch bust, and that is graded for a B cup. And then we have the women's size range, which goes from a 41 up to a 59 inch bust, and that is graded to a D cup. So do check your sizing before we begin. Now, the patterns also include lots of useful information about customising your fit and also suggested fabrics. Now today we're going to need to use a medium to heavyweight fabric in a knit, a French terre or a ponte roma, such as the one that we're using today. So this is a Minerva Exclusive ponte roma double knit fabric, and this particular shade is called Confetti Cascade. So it's going to be wonderful for this particular cardigan. Wash and prepare that fabric before we get started. Then when you've done that and checked your sizing, we're going to begin cutting our pattern pieces together. So let's go and do that now. Here are our pattern pieces for our Iris cardigan. So here is your front piece. You're going to cut two in fabric as a pair. This is a straight grain. Make sure that you note the markings, especially these ones here, and for the slit. Here is your back piece for your cardigan. You're going to cut one piece on the fold. The fold line is here. Make sure that you note your markings again. Here for the slit. Here we have our neckband. We're going to cut two as a pair. This is a straight grain. Note all your markings and the shoulder notches here. This is a centre back seam. Now ready to begin making our Iris cardigan. Now, first of all, you want to make sure that you wind half of your thread onto your machine spool and then check your needle. Now, I'm using a size 80, a ballpoint needle today. You will need a stretch or ballpoint needle because this fabric has a certain amount of stretch in it. So test it out on a piece of scrap before we begin. Then, when you're sewing your garment, you want to make sure you use a stretch stitch or a zigzag stitch. So consult your manual, and if you don't have a stretch stitch, most do, but have a look first of all. You're going to use a zigzag stitch. Now we want to reduce the stitch length and also the stitch width. So I usually reduce my stitch length, and then the stitch width for the zigzag is sort of between 0.5 and 1. So it's very tiny, but you've still got that certain amount of stretch and give in it. So test this out also on your fabric, and then you're ready to get started. Now our first job is to take our neck bands and we're going to place them right sides facing with the short edges together here at the neck edge. Now you'll know which is the top and which is the bottom, because on your pattern piece it does say bottom edge. So you may wish to mark that with a pin and maybe mark the top with either a marking of your choice or a different coloured pin so you don't get confused, because we do want all our markings to be in the right place. So with them right sides facing, we're going to stitch them together at this short edge, and it's a 1.5 centimetre seam allowance unless I state otherwise on this pattern. Now, to make sure all your seams are the same, you have a guide on your machine, or most machines do, so that you can see it's 1.5. Now, if for some reason your machine doesn't have this, you can use a piece of washi tape and stick it here just to help guide you while you're sewing. Back tack to begin. Now we're going to press this seam open and flat, and then with wrong sides together like this, we're going to press it in half lengthways. Now to do this, you may want to pin it in a few places just so that it doesn't move around while you're pressing it, and make sure that all your markings still line up and they're not getting twisted or out of position. So press that in half lengthways now. Now with right sides facing, place your front pieces on top of your back piece like this, aligning the shoulder. So pin it in position. We're now going to stitch this shoulder seam with a 1.5cm seam allowance, overlock or edge finish it, and then press it towards the back. Now some people prefer to overlock their seams immediately. Now I would caution against this, especially if you are a beginner or you're just starting out, because sometimes, or at any time, we all make mistakes, and if you make a mistake and you've overlocked the seam, it can be quite difficult to unpick, and also you've already trimmed away some of that seam allowance, so that can affect your fit. So what I like to do is stitch my seams first of all and then use the overlocking as a finishing edge, which is what we're doing today. Now here is the bottom of your cardigan and here is the slit. So 10.2 centimetres just above it here, we're going to overlock down here, pivot, and then along the top of the slit. We're going to do this on the bottom of each of our cardigan pieces, so they're not joined together yet at this point. Just overlock down here, pivot, and along here. Do this on both front pieces and both back pieces. So this is what it will look like at the top of each slit. So that's just finished it ready for when we create these slits at the bottom of your cardigan. Now we're going to pin with right sides facing the underarm and down the side seam. So starting at the arm opening here, pin it all the way down, and when we stitch we're going to stop at the slit mark here. So this mark just here, we're going to stitch it with all the way down with a 1.5cm seam allowance, and when we get to this point we're going to back tack a number of times to make sure that it's secure. Now overlock or edge finish down your side seam, but you want to stop just above where you did your previous edge finishing here above the slit. So that was 10.2 centimetres. So run off at an angle into that sort of overlocking just there. Now to hem your sleeves, on thicker fabrics, the best option is to trim away 1 centimetre from the hem allowance on the sleeve and on the hem at the bottom, and then edge finish it with either an overlock or a zigzag stitch, and then turn it up 1.5 centimetres and hem it. If you're using a thinner fabric, you can turn it up 1 centimetre and then a further 1.5. Pin it in place, making sure that you place your pins on the outside, and then you can top stitch that in place. So that's another way that you could do it. If you're not comfortable doing that, you can hem it from the inside. Now on this thicker fabric today, I'm going to trim 1 centimetre, then overlock, and then turn mine back 1.5 centimetres. Choose your method and hem your sleeves and your hem. Now hem the bottom of your Iris cardigan in the same way. Now we're going to finish the edges of our slit openings. So the first option for thinner fabrics is you could turn it back 1 centimetre and then press it back 1.5 and top stitch it in place. But for thicker fabrics like the one we're using today, you can trim away 1 centimetre, overlock the edge. You could do this with your overlocker, but it can be more accurate to trim it with the scissors sometimes, and then just really edge it right on the edge with the overlocker. And then we're just going to press back 1.5, top stitch this in place, and of course across the top and down the other side. Pin back your hem and sew in place on your side slits. When you arrive at the top of your slit, make sure that you pivot and stitch across the top. Now, if you have a garment tag, you can attach it at this point with a 6mm allowance at the back of the neck. So find the centre point. I've done this with a small notch here by folding it in half and stitch that in position. Next, we're going to take our neckband. We're going to fold it back so that right sides are together like this at the short ends. We're going to stitch a 2.5cm seam and then trim it to 1cm. Now turn it back to the right side like this and press it again. Now we're going to pin our band in place. We want to line up that centre back seam with the centre back neck. So if you haven't already done so, find the halfway point of your back neck by folding it in half and making a small marking. If you've added a tab, you will have already done that at this point. Then the next two markings here and here, they line up with your shoulder. So the shoulder seam is pressed to the back and it lines up with these notches here. Then we have the next one just here and then one further down the front here. So these should all be matching at this point. Then the bottom wants to line up with the hem. We're going to stitch this in place, and then when we've done so, we can overlock that. Now when you overlock it, you want to overlock that seam down to 1cm. Then we're going to press the seam towards the body like this, and we can top stitch it in place. So let's sew that band on first of all. Now when you've stitched your band to your cardigan, trim it down to 1cm like this, and then we're going to overlock it. Now with your neckband pressed towards the garment like this, we're going to top stitch onto the cardigan. So a couple of millimetres just away from the band here to the cardigan side of it rather than on the band. Now if you wish, you could leave this step out if you don't want to top stitch finish your garment. You could just catch it at the bottom with a few stitches on the inside, and the same at the shoulders, just to stop the neckband from rolling outwards. We're going to top stitch ours today. So here is the finished cardigan. I really like these colours. I think these would work well at any time of the year and go with a whole range of seasonal outfits. I'll turn it around so you can see the side slits and the back. Well, I hope you've enjoyed sewing along with me today. I think the Iris cardigan is a really enjoyable make, and it would be perfect for a beginner sewer, so why not put it on your gift giving list for fellow dressmakers and seamstresses among you. Now, if you would like to share your Iris cardigan with us, don't forget to create a free account here at Minerva and use the hashtags #Minerva Exclusive Patterns, #Minerva Iris Cardigan and #Minerva Maker. You can also get 10% off all your orders for a whole year with the Minerva Craft Club. I hope to see you again soon. On behalf of myself and the whole team here at Minerva, happy sewing. That's all for today. Bye for now.